Well, ladies and gentlemen, yep, once again, I'm back talking about the issue that still at this point, woke activists try and convince people it's not an issue. You know the excuses they come out with, oh, people are exaggerating, it doesn't happen that often, no, these people are just mean it. You know how it goes, and yes, they do actually sound like that as well. I find it interesting that they claim it's not an issue, yet it appears in the headlines very frequently. You know, denial of reality is just a common trait all of these people possess. Every single one. As you can see in this video, we're going to be taking a look at a story today involving a trans fencer who changed to the women's team at his college, and well, what do you know, very quickly he went ahead and won gold at a prestigious competition, which just clearly shows that when the woke mob come out and say that dudes don't have an advantage in women's sports, that they're correct. You know, I don't know why people look at them so weirdly when they come out with that. Maybe one of you guys can let me know, because I'm struggling. I really am. But before we get into this and discuss it any further, if you could, as always, make sure to leave a like rating, as it really helps out the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, and let's get into it. But remember, this isn't an issue. Nah. Not at all. So, the Daily Mail have posted an article that says trans fencer switches to women's team and quickly wins prestigious qualifier.
If I speak, I am in big trouble.
A transgender varsity fencer who switched to his college's women's team has won gold at a prestigious competition. Redmond Sullivan clinched the top prize at Connecticut Division Junior Olympic qualifiers last weekend. How stunning, how brave. As I always say, you know, we always see these people on the left, the liberal feminists, talking about how women are losing opportunities to men, etc., but they never talk about this. Stevie Wonder syndrome. Wait, what? No, we can't see that. Wait, what? No, let's talk about... How about speak about this issue? We all know you won't, because a lot of them push for it as well. The Fencing Junior Olympics is an annual competition for American athletes under the age of 20 who compete for a national title. This is crazy. Sullivan was transferred to Wagner College's women's team this year, having previously competed in the men's division. It comes after he competed for the girls' team at Daniel Han High School in Madison, Connecticut in track and field events. The transfer has been criticized by tennis legend Martina Navratilova and the Independent Council on Women's Sports. Navratilova, who is gay, has been vocal in her opposition to allowing transgender women to compete in female sports and say they have an unfair advantage. And again, she wrote in a post on X referencing a Redux report about Sullivan. Now, for me personally, and I think it's pretty obvious if you watch the channel, I wouldn't agree with most of the political stances Martina Navratilova takes. I saw what she was saying about Trump during the election. Insane, which I also do find it strange, by the way, that people talk about this issue regardless if they're a man or a woman, and they don't like it. They want it to stop. They think it's wrong, yet they will demonize and bash the side that wants to stop it. That doesn't make any sense to me. Completely backwards. If you genuinely thought Kamala Harris winning would be good for this, yeah, I don't even know what to say. I ain't gonna lie. But I do think it's good, nonetheless, regardless of that we have sports stars speaking about this issue. Sports stars that have a huge following, because this is what this issue needs. It needs more attention on it. And when you have sports stars like Martina Navratilova who have a huge following, that raises a lot of awareness on it. But continuing, Icon's co-founder Marcy Smith also criticized the New York City College's decision. The NCAA, I should say the woke NCAA, boy they're insane, is repeatedly rewarding the replacement of women in order to champion men in women's sports, Smith told the outlet. This ongoing pattern of discrimination is why we are supporting a female athlete's lawsuit against the organization. Legal action is necessary to hold the National AA accountable for its repeated failures to uphold fairness and equality in women's sports, with fencing being a particularly troubling example. On its website, Wagner College states that it strives to create inclusive and supportive environments for LGBTQIA+ students. How many more letters are they going to add on to that, by the way? It's going to take up the whole damn articles. But whenever we see the words inclusion or inclusive, it's a lot of crap. It means the exact opposite. And in women's sports today, you cannot have inclusivity, fairness, and safety all mixing together, because today's version of inclusivity means allowing men into women's sports. That's what they always say, right? And that shouldn't be happening. And I think most people who have a brain and common sense want fairness and safety in women's sports. But remember, inclusivity is all that matters. Yeah. Get a grip, man. When contacted, the head fencing coach deferred to the university's media team, who did not respond to multiple requests for comment. I wonder why. But Sullivan, the very stunning, brave, progressive athlete, came first out of 6 competitors in the junior women's foil event in Newtown, Connecticut on Sunday. The win earned him a ranking of E24 per fencing tracker. In the sport, fencers are ranked A, which is the highest, to E, the lowest. Prior to that, Sullivan ranked 48th out of 50 in a Division 1 women's foil event and 31st out of 36th in a Division 2 event. Last year, Sullivan was competing for the men's team and 29th in a men's foil event. DailyMail.com has contacted him for comment. Again, only last year they were competing with the dudes. Fast forward a year, somehow, somewhere, I don't know, the wind blew a different direction and they came to the conclusion that they're now a woman and they're allowed to compete in the female category. Left is right, up is down, common sense, still hard to find. Trans inclusivity in sport has become a hotly debated topic since President Joe Biden extended Title IX protections to transgender people in 2021. The law prohibits sex-based discrimination for any educational program receiving federal funding. President-elect Donald Trump has since vowed to roll back the protections, which, again, it doesn't make sense to me. When I see people complaining about this issue, they want it to stop, yet they would rather a side like the Biden administration get in and do what they've been doing than Trump, who wants to end it, who wants to stop men from competing in women's sports. Tell me how that makes sense. The debate on transgender women in sports largely centers on whether going through puberty as a male confers advantages that biological female athletes do not have. It shouldn't be a debate. I don't know why. If the Daily Mail are going to report on this, why they word it in such a way. Many sporting bodies say trans women must have been on treatment for a certain amount of time and lower testosterone levels to set a level before they are eligible to compete. Just keep men out of women's sports. I don't care about all of this crap. Lowering testosterone, being on treatment for a certain amount of time. Have women in women's sports, men in men's sports. Pretty simple. But simple solutions, as you've heard me say before, that direction, right? All of them are over there. Society, our liberal, stunning and brave society. Oh wait, let's go in that direction. Supporters of trans athletes say that transgender people are a small, vulnerable population and that the numbers of trans athletes is tiny. Yeah, well in my opinion, I don't care how big the number is. 1 is enough. Shouldn't be happening at all. But there we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, a trans fencer who competed in the men's side of things just last year goes ahead, competes in the women's team and wins gold. And we're the mean, hateful ones for speaking up about this issue. Right. Let me know your thoughts on this whole thing. I'll be reading all the comments to see what you guys think about it. I think I can already tell how people are going to feel. If you have enjoyed, once again as well, make sure to leave a like rating as it really, really helps out the video. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. But until next time, until tomorrow, it has been your host JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.